Hi, Sarah. So I'm Miss Priest. I'm going to be your new therapist this year. I know that in the past that you've worked with Miss Smith. So I'm actually a student. I'm a student like you from Merrimack College, and I'm in school to do what Miss Smith does. So when I'm done, I'll be a therapist. And I want you to know that I'm here for this year. So once you move on and you go into 11th grade, I'll be moving on too. I'll be graduating from my program. So just a heads up that I'm here for this year.
Okay.
And I'm only here certain days of the week. So I'm here Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So if you're looking for me on other days, I might not be available. So I just wanted to let you know that too. So just a couple things. I want you to know, I know you've had therapy before, but I just want to go over it again. So I'm what's called a mandated reporter. Mm-hmm. So if anything comes up in session where I'm concerned that you might kill yourself, or I'm concerned that you might hurt somebody else, or if I'm concerned that somebody else is hurting you or threatening you, those are things where other people would have to get involved, and I would have to let other people know about that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Other than that, what we talk about in here is confidential. It stays between us. Mm-hmm. Do you have any other questions for me?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm Sarah, 15 years old. I basically here because my psychiatrist referred me to you. And I really like Miss Smith, and she suggested me to you, so that's good. Basically, I'm here because my grades have been really dropping, and my parents are concerned, but I don't know if I'm concerned. I just don't think, I just don't care.
So it sounds like you feel like other people are really concerned about you, but you don't have those same concerns for yourself.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, at the same time, these people that are concerned about me also call me nasty and mean. And like my mom calls me, she calls me like a terrible teenager, and she just doesn't get me. That, I have like ups and downs, but she like really just tells me that I'm a terrible person, and she says that she's always walking on eggshells around me. So how is she supposed to be concerned for me if she's also telling me these things? So I mean, I just don't care.
So you feel like your mom, she says that she cares, and she does stuff like refers you here and wants you to talk to someone, but then at the same time you feel like she doesn't care because of the words that she's saying to you.
Exactly. Like, how can you say that to your 15-year-old daughter? Like, I'm on medication. She can't, like, basically, when I was 7, she took me to the psychiatrist, and I have ADHD, so it's difficult for me to stay focused and talk about things that are, on topic and stuff. And she took me there, and she's supposed to be saying, or she says, like, even if I'm on medication, I'm supposed to be a better daughter. I'm not, I'm just this terrible person. I'm mean and nasty. But she doesn't get how much it affects me and how much I think my medication's affecting me, too.
Okay. So your mom feels like because you're on medication, you should be acting differently, and you feel like your medication is actually not helpful to you.
Yeah. I think it's getting me all foggy and stuff first, but I mean, like, she calls me a holy terror at home. And how is she supposed to, I don't know if it's like the medication's making me act like this, or if she really thinks that I'm a holy terror at home. But I don't know.
So you've been on the medication for such a long time that you can't even really tell what's you and what's the medication anymore.
Yeah, but she seems to think that the medication does, like, so much for me, and she makes me just like a regular kid, and I can go out and be fun and giddy and, you know, like a daughter to her, but I don't think she's fully understanding, like, how much this medication is impacting me, and I don't think my psychiatrist is either.
So it sounds like you're confused because you're hearing from people that this should be helping you,
Yeah.
but you feel like it's not, and no one understands that it's actually not helping.
Mm-mm. Like, it's ADHD medication,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like it's just making me so foggy, and I try, like, telling people that, and I think that's what she perceives as mean and nasty, that I'm trying to advocate for myself,
Mm-hmm.
but she just is like, no, you need to stay on the medication, and I don't think she understands the impact of what it's doing to me.
So I'm also hearing that you feel pretty frustrated because you're trying to tell her
Mm-hmm.
how you feel, and she's not hearing you.
Exactly. Like, she's just not hearing me. So I think, and I don't know if it's what it is, but it's definitely affecting my grades, and it's affecting relationships that I've had, and she's just not, she's looking at my behaviors rather than what's causing my behaviors.
And what do you feel is causing your behaviors?
The medications.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you said that you feel it's affected your other relationships as well.
Yeah, like, I just don't have, like, friends, and all my friends from elementary school, they just think the same thing, that I'm moody and I'm a nasty person and mean, and so it's really affected that, but no one's really asked, you know, if anything's causing it. And my psychiatrist doesn't want me to go off it because my mom wants me to stay on it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I'm only 15, so I don't really, like, I can't really do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
That must be really hard to hear people say those things about you when you feel like that's not you.
Yeah. Because I love my mom, but she doesn't know what's best for me, and I try to tell her, but I don't know. There was, like, a small improvement with my medication, but I think she thinks that there is more of improvement than I see.
Yeah.
So I think it's just, she wants to see the better and the actions that are getting implemented by this medication, but she doesn't see how it's affecting me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It sounds like no matter how many times you've tried to tell her, you just feel like she's not seeing it.
Yeah.
And no one's really seeing it.
Right. And so if she can't see it, then why do I care? Why do I care about school? Why do I care about friends?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. If, like, my own mom can't see it, then I don't want to. And I don't want to do anything.
Yeah. I mean, I understand with how frustrated you are why you would feel that way. It sounds like you are trying really hard to make others see who you really are and, like, what you're trying to do, but there's something that's kind of blocking that for you.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, like, making me depressed. I'm just sad about it. And then, like, something, and then all of a sudden, like, I'll get happy about it. And I just feel like I'm not regulated.
Okay. So you're like bouncing between feeling really sad and then feeling super happy.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, other days I'm like, nope, like, I should just kill my mom.
Okay. So you sometimes have thoughts of killing your mom.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, I get so sad, so happy, and then I'm so angry at her, and I'm so frustrated, and it's just irritating. And I don't know why I feel like this, and I don't know. I don't know if it's the medication that's making me feel like this or what, but it's just like I'm so up and down and sad and happy, and, like, I just want my mom out of the picture too.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you feel so out of control sometimes that you're almost deep down worried that you might actually hurt her.
Mm-hmm. It's just frustrating. I just don't know what I'll be feeling the next day either. I don't know if I'm going to feel happy and love my mom or the next day want to kill her.
So, when you say you have thoughts of killing your mom, do you actually have a plan for how you would go about that?
No, not really. I mean, if anything, I think I would use like something in the kitchen, but I've never really thought about it.
Okay.
It's just like these ideas that pop in and out.
Okay. So you've had these ideas kind of pop into your head, but they've never been strong enough where you feel that you're actually going to act on them.
No, I don't think so, but I'm nervous that the medication might make me do something like this.
Yeah, that's understandable to worry about that. And have you shared these thoughts that you've been having with anybody else?
No, just you.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. So it sounds like you are facing a lot of stress, and I think it's impressive that you came in here and came to this session anyways, because it's in the past you've had difficulty having people listen to how you're feeling. So it must have been hard for you to come in and share that all with somebody again.
Yeah, but you're doing a really good job of listening.
I'm glad that you feel that way.
I think some days, most days, when people say, like, you're, happy, bubbly, giggly, I want to be seen like that. I don't want to be seen like a sad, depressed person. But it's just, I see how people look at me, and I know they're thinking that I'm crazy, and I don't want them to think like that.
So you're really worried about how other people view you.
And I think my mom's probably worried about that too if I come off the medication.
So you feel like your mom is concerned with how other people will view you, because that would also affect the rest of your time at school. Yeah, it's just really difficult. My mom and I just have different opinions as to what's helpful and what's not. And I don't know if she gets that this medication's really, like, it's really impacting me. Like, my pediatrician upped the dose. Everyone seems to think that I need it, but I feel like I don't. And now my mom and I are having this, like, trust issue because she thinks that I'm hiding pills because I don't want to take the medication. And then she has to watch me do it. So I'm held accountable, but it's like I get so foggy and so dizzy that I just am so down. And then some days I'm so up. So it sounds like you're frustrated because you want to have more control over whether or not you're taking this. Right. And you have, it sounds like, less independence now because your mom's kind of monitoring it more. Right, exactly. And I think, like, I realized that if I stay on the medication, I have to take it every single day. And I can't be doing this, like, one day off, one day on, one day this, one day that. But I want to be off the medication. But she's just, like, my pediatrician's up the dose, my psychiatrist has referred me here, my mom is, like, outside waiting for me to be done because everyone's telling me to do this, and I'm telling them that I don't want to do this, and not that I don't want to do this, but more that I don't want to take medication for this. So you feel like basically everyone's opinion is kind of being taken into account but yours. Okay, so well, I really appreciate you sharing all of this with me today. Again, I know that in the past you've tried various sessions and talking to a lot of people, and I know it's hard to keep telling the same story. So I'm looking forward to working with you, and hopefully we can figure out a plan for you going forward. Thanks, Ms. Priest. You're welcome.